Hi, this is Danny from Mysterious Things Tarot, where I tell you a mystery story and then we try to discover more things about it through a tarot reading. Hope you'll join me, watch it clear through the end. It's a really interesting one today. I hope you enjoy it. For the first time in more than 50 years, the U.S. Congress will hold an open public hearing on Unidentified Aerial Phenomena, UAP, or UFOs as they're normally called. That term's been in the news, especially since June of 2021, when the U.S. Intelligence Committee released a much-awaited report on unexplained sightings by the military. So UAP has now become government speak for what most of us call UFOs. And the House Intelligence, Counterterrorism, Counterintelligence, and Counterproliferation Subcommittee will hold the hearing on Tuesday, May 17th, 2022, and that's tomorrow. A classified briefing will be held following the public meeting. Anyway, what is this hearing and why is it being held now? This started in December of 2017 when the New York Times first broke the story about a secretive government UFO study program called the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or ATIP for short. They do love their acronyms. So this included 2 videos, at least, of purported Navy-filmed UAP. And then there was another video the following March. And these 3 videos were later acknowledged by the Department of Defense as being authentic. And they were officially released on April in 2020. But they weren't really intended to be seen by the public. So the purpose of this hearing is to give the public an opportunity to hear directly about this subject from experts and leaders in the intelligence community. And this is one of the greatest mysteries of our time. We hope that they're going to break the cycle of excessive secrecy and speculation with the truth, and we hope they'll be more transparent. So 2 people that are going to be interviewed at the hearing are Scott Bray, who is the Deputy Director of Naval Intelligence, and Ron Moultrie, Undersecretary of Defense for Intelligence and Security. I believe we will also be hearing from Christopher Mellon. Chris served as the Deputy Assistant Secretary for Defense for Intelligence for Presidents Clinton and Bush, George W. And he had access to top secret government programs. Chris said that he grew concerned that nothing was being done about the UAPs, so he decided to do something. And in 2017, as a private citizen, he acquired those 3 videos. He had Lou Alessandro, who we'll talk about in a minute, declassified them, and they leaked them to the New York Times. Chris says it's bizarre and unfortunate that someone like myself has to do something like this to get a national security issue on the agenda. He has since joined forces with the former director of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, or ATIP, which was the secretive Pentagon unit that studied UFOs. That's Lou Alessandro, and they started to tell their story to anyone who would listen, to the newspapers, to the History Channel, and to members of Congress. Lou has said, imagine a technology that can do 600 to 700 G-forces, that can fly at 13,000 miles an hour, and that can evade radar, that can fly through air, and water and possibly space. And oh, by the way, has no obvious signs of propulsion. No wings, no control surfaces, no jet stream behind it, and still it can defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity. That is precisely what they're seeing. So ultimately, when you've exhausted all those ifs and buts and what are those, you're still left with the fact that this is in our airspace and it's real. And that's when it becomes compelling, and that's when it becomes problematic. So now it is. So this past August, the Pentagon resurrected ATIP. It's now called the UAP Task Force. And service members are now encouraged to report strange encounters, and the Senate wants answers. So let's see what answers we're going to get from tomorrow's hearing, shall we? Let's take a look and see what the cards have to say. Okay, let's take a look at Christopher Mellon and see what's going to go on with him. I'm going to pull a card from my Celtic deck today on Christopher and see how this is congressional meeting is going to go. Pull this one here. Ooh, the dagger, defense and security. Well, that's certainly what he's up against. They want to defend and secure our country. This also means that there might be a potential threat. Now, is that threat from aliens? I think that we want to know. Chris wants to know. Maybe one of the questions he's going to be asking them is why they are keeping the information from us. What kind of threat do they think that we might be under? Let's do a few cards on what's going to happen at the congressional meeting tomorrow. Very interested to watch that and see what we come up with. Chris Mellon how's the meeting with Congress going to go? Are they going to obfuscate? Are they going to be open? Are they going to just redact all their answers so that we still don't know what's going on? Here we go. We'll lay out a few cards to see what we can find in this question. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. There's all kinds of things that balls are all being juggled in the air. There are all kinds of pieces of information that they do have. They are, I'm sorry, let me put this up a little further. So there you go. So they do have the information, or they do have some information, and maybe some pieces of it they're going to let go of and some not, but they do have quite a bit of information. This is Judgment, and it's upside down. You see how this way all of the people are walking out of those coffins, but you look at the coffins closely, those coffins are books. If they would be walking out, they would be an open book. But this came reversed, which means it's a closed book, and they're not going to tell much. So there's not going to be a lot of information that comes out of this meeting, and I think that's disappointing. The next one is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a reflection of what is going on. So again, this is reversed. So the reflection is, it's going to be a deflection, okay? Everything is going to be, well, we can't tell you that, or it's a national security, or some sort of non-answer answer, okay? They're going to deflect all of the real answers that Chris is asking for. Let's pull a couple more cards. That's very interesting. So they do have the information. They're hiding it. They're in different ways. They'll give him some answers, but it won't be an answer to the question that he asked. Next card up is the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles, I'll go ahead and lift that up. Yeah, he's hiding information. He's stealing away with it. You can see that in the background it is a healthy situation, and he's going down into the dark. So he's taking his information and he's hiding it away, and it's not coming out into the light. It's staying in the dark. So I'd say that is the government is doing that. And the next card is the Fool. And the Fool is upside down. The Fool is new beginnings, right? But this is just same old, same old. This is the same old stuff. We're going to get no answers. This new body that is with Lou Alessandro, this new group that's been formed, is going to be blockaded. They're not going to be happy. It's not the new beginning they had hoped for. Next card up is the Five of Wands. Now you can see those fives. They usually mean stop, loss, conflict, stuff like that. And this Wands is all of these, I'm sorry, get one hand, all of these different, I think, agencies like the Air Force and the Navy, and I think these are all different agencies that are trying to block this information from coming out. Well, this is a very disappointing reading. I was hoping that we would get more information. This Page of Swords, he is a little bit of information is going to come out. The Page of Swords, their pages are usually messengers, but the guy with this is a spy. So I think maybe they have somebody in their ranks that's feeding information out to these guys, to Chris, and that they do know more than obviously more than they're telling us, but they know more than these people think that they know. Someone's feeding them some information, and here's the information they're feeding them. This is the Nine of Cups. Now those are, this way, those are dreams. They're just pie in the sky dreams. But this way, it's information that they're not just dreaming up. It's information that they're getting probably from this guy, okay? So there's a spy in the ranks there, guys. I'm not sure which agency it is, but he's trying to get as much information out as he can. The hearings tomorrow, I don't think there's going to get much out of those. Information's being guarded and hidden, and they are going to say for security purposes. It may be for security purposes. Let's ask that. Do these UFO sightings, do these alien sightings, do these whatever they are sightings, do they pose a threat? And the card that I get is the Ace of Pentacles upside down. The Ace of Pentacles if it was right side up, would be all your wishes are going to come true. Upside down, there's reason for caution. Be careful what you're wishing for. You might wish contact with these alien, but it may not be all you hope for. So maybe the agencies feel like they're protecting us because there may be some information they have that they do not, all of them do not bode us well. So anyway, that's my reading on the hearings tomorrow. Let's see what actually happens. Like, share, ring the bell so you can listen to more of my ramblings on tarot and mystery stories and all that kind of fun stuff. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.